Today's video is looking at the termination phase, which is the final stage in the employment cycle. Termination refers to the ending of the employment of an employee at the organisation. Termination can be defined as being voluntary or involuntary by the employee. Voluntary termination is when the employee makes the decision themselves to terminate their employment with the organisation. The types of voluntary termination include resignation and retirement. Retirement refers to when an employee decides to give up full-time or part-time work and no longer be part of the workforce. Resignation, however, is the voluntary ending of employment by the employee quitting their job. Notice of the resignation is required for the employer. The amount depends on the employee arrangement. Reasons for resignation may include change of lifestyle, start to a new business, boredom with present job, and promotion from another organisation. Involuntary termination refers to when an employee's job no longer exists or has been terminated by the employer without the say of the employee. Types of involuntary termination include redundancy, retrenchment, and dismissal. Redundancy occurs when a person's job no longer exists, usually due to technological changes, an organisation restructure, or a merger or acquisition. Redundancy is considered as a type of involuntary termination, as the employee has no say over the organisation no longer having a job for them. However, it can have some voluntary aspects to it. This can occur when the organisation wishes to reduce the size or nature of their workplace and decides how many employees should be let go. Employees are then informed of the situation and given the opportunity to nominate themselves for termination, usually with the opportunity of receiving benefits or a payment package. However, the involuntary form of redundancy is when an employee is asked to leave the organisation against their will. The employee is not at fault. Instead, the decision is based on the ongoing needs of the organisation. Retrenchment occurs when an organisation dismisses an employee because there is not enough work to justify paying them. This is usually based on financial needs of an organisation, and it can occur due to downsizing or if the business is not doing well. Employees may be offered redundancy or severance pay, but this will usually depend on how long the employee has been employed and whether an organisation has the resources to be able to do this. Dismissal refers to the behaviour of an employee being unacceptable, and an organisation terminates their employment because of this. There are two types of dismissal: summary and being dismissed on notice. A summary dismissal is the most serious type of dismissal, in which no notice is required. It usually involves serious breaches of contract or illegal activity. Dismissal on notice is when an employee is not performing at a satisfactory level, which causes the organisation to sever their employment. The notice required for this to occur depends on the contract, age, and length of employment of the employee. It is important to know all the types of employment thoroughly, as it is common for questions to ask students to distinguish between the different types. Happy studying!